Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here in the channel. And this time we will be looking into this Batgirl from Arkham Knight. This figure just arrived to my home last couple days ago, and I've already posted a short about it. I was gonna wait to do a complete unboxing, but I guess I couldn't wait. I wanted to see how she would look like next to the Batman Arkham Knight that I have. Or yeah, I have the Batman Prestige Edition that I have, and they look absolutely wonderful next to each other. So, anyways, I had her in this pose for after that video to display in my cabinet. So we will be maybe reposing her. I'm kind of happy with the way she looks right now, but we will look into what else she comes with. But some hands-on that I have so far, I'm really liking the figure. I think she looks wonderful. And yeah, so while this purple and gold color motif isn't something that was featured in Arkham Knight, since I believe, if I remember correctly, she only had the side missions, so she wasn't really a fully playable character. Um, the purple just pops. I mean, it looks really wonderful. I mean, when she first got introduced into the animated the animated series, she was like a light eggplantish kind of purple. So there's that. But also, I know it's not the best game. It wasn't well received, even though for me personally, I still had a lot of fun playing it. Um, she has something very similar to this in one of her suits is in Gotham Knights, and I believe it's called the Eternal suit or something like that. She was wearing purple, and she had the same cape, yellow on the inside and purple on the outside. The only difference is the logo is black and a lot smaller. Um, so I do see this as close to that suit that she had in Gotham Knights. And speaking of Gotham Knights, Hot Toys, the Red Hood is very expensive in the aftermarket now. So if you're looking for an excuse to do a 2.0 or another release, put it under the Gotham Knights branding, and then you can have Nightwing, another Batgirl, Robin, and Jason Todd. So that'll be wonderful. So without further ado, let's get into this, and let's see what kind of poses we can get with her and see what else she comes with. Um, let's move this over. So starting with the box, it's a very sharp looking box, to be honest. It really pops. It's really eye catching. You have the standard opening, and that art right there looks really awesome. I think that's actually the figure, but who's complaining, right? It looks really sick. Standard stuff on the back, and sharp looking logo right there. So let's open the box and see what she comes with, and we'll start posing her. So before I do that, let's get her for a spin. So one thing you'll notice right away also is blooper. One thing you'll notice right away is the cape is actually wired, so you can articulate it quite a bit. Messed up the pose that I had there for a second, but that's all right. So just throwing this out there already. The material of the cape itself on the outside. On the inside, it's fine. On the outside, it kind of feels plasticky and all that. So it's really not the best material, but from afar, it does look great, in my opinion. I like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. But, at the end of the day, it's about the look, right? Because, I mean, we're gonna be posing it and leaving it in the display cabinet, and not, if your visitor comes in or whatever, you're showing off your collection, you're not just gonna be, hey, can I open it and grab it? It's not gonna matter. So the feel of material, any complaints about the feel of materials between you and Hot Toys, or between me and Hot Toys, or however you want to go about it. But as far as the look of the material and posability, I actually really like it a lot. So, all right, we will pause the turntable so we can look at the accessories she comes with, and we're going to decide what kind of poses we're going to put her in. All right, so she actually has 8 hands, 8 additional hands, plus the 2 she already has equipped, so she has 10 hands, which is really cool. Each one is really sculpted and looks nice, looks really sharp. It has the gold trim on it. You got your standard the Arkham series Batarang. An additional faceplate. Let's see here. So it's a more neutral one. That's actually the one that she comes with when you unbox her. I switched it out to that little sly smile one to give her a little more sass, so to speak. The grappling. This wire that is very loose and very disappointing, as you can't really, you're not going to be able to pose this at all. It's very, I'm not going to be touching that. And so she does have that too. The little detective screen thing. I forget what it's called exactly. Which, interestingly enough, in the game, when you're playing the main story, she's Oracle. So according, she becomes the Oracle after Joker shoots her in the spine. But yeah, so let's go ahead and see what kind of poses we can do with her. I will be leaving the faceplate alone, as I actually prefer this slightly smiling one over the neutral one. But we'll be switching her poses, maybe between the screen, as we already have her with the Batarang one, and her hands at her hip. And then we'll be posing it around. I don't think I'm going to be using the grappling hook, as I do have my Arkham Knight pose, not Arkham Knight, I'm sorry, my Batman Prestige holding the grappling gun, so I don't want to have any redundancy with that. But yeah, let's change out the hands, see what poses we can do for her, and we'll go from there. So really quick, I do want to do a close-up of the face sculpt that she has right now. That little smile, kind of, she looks really good. The hair looks really nice, the rooted hair kind of deal. Although it's not artisan, it's still very good quality, very good looking, and things like that. No complaints from me. All right, and let's change out the poses. So this one actually didn't even change out the hands, just took away the Batarang, changed the cape out a little bit, and just put it in a little fighting pose. yeah, it's just a very sharp looking figure. It's disappointing. Well, I guess not in the sense that she was an Arkham. This is the Arkham Knight version, but in Gotham Knights she uses dual batons, and I think that would have been a cool addition for her. Um, to have her with the dual batons, but again, if Hot Toys ever decides to adapt the Gotham Knights into a figure line, that would be terrific. Let's see if we can bring it closer. Yeah, I rather like this pose actually. Not it just kind of makes it look like she's in a fighting stance, and the two fingers. I don't know why I like those two fingers. I just do. They're probably not even meant for for the way I have them displayed, but I just really like the way it looks. Styled hands, so to speak. But yeah, let's change. Let's actually change out the hands now and see what other poses we can do for her. All right. So this one, for this pose, we have her looking at that map or augmented reality, that tool that they use for their detective work. Um, so it's looking pretty good. With the map in one hand or that device in one hand, and the other hand looks like she's about to interact with it. They do press on the button and all that. I think there's one of those. There's that part where you move the both sticks to try to pinpoint something when you're trying to locate something. The printing on it's actually pretty cool. It looks pretty. It's solid. It looks like a map of Gotham. I think that's when they're doing the wavelength. When they're trying to find a wavelength, and you have to move the left and right stick to find the exact spot. So it looks pretty cool. Really solid. The Bat family, they are known for their detective work, so it's pretty cool the way to have her like this. It's a nice inclusion for sure. Um, so one thing about the cape, since I already had already had it spread out, so you do have to mess with it a bit to try to get into a more neutral position. I don't like that. Um, Let me see. Grab her for a second. So you can hear it on the camera. That material on the back is really not the best. So just know that that's what you're getting. It's the back of the feels like a poncho. um, but I mean, it looks great. Doesn't feel great. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, um, I don't think this will be the pose I'll be leaving her in, even though it's pretty neat to have him in a detective pose. Um, so maybe the Batarang or just a standard fighting pose, but let's change him out. Let's change her out again. I kind of want to do like a fully spread cape kind of pose, the gliding pose. She doesn't come with a flight stand, so if you do have a flight stand, then an extra one, then you can put her on one to do the gliding pose. But all she has is a crotch grabber. So, yeah, let's change her out and See how she looks like with the cape fully open. All right, so we have her in a little bit of a very dynamic pose, honestly. Either she's just landing, process of landing, or maybe jumping, or whatever may have you. The cape fully open and it sticks up there. It looks really nice. I really like working with this cape. Really solid. Um, so yeah, this is not bad. It'll take up a lot of space in your cabinet, that's for sure. Given that the cape is fully open, so but it's not bad. Um, Maybe change out one of the hands and put a batarang in there instead. I think it'll look nice. But we'll do one more and then we'll wrap it up. All right, so this will be the pose I think I will be leaving her in. I really like this. So making do without the waist clamp or anything like that, which is something that might damage the suit anyway. I'm still managed to put her in a pretty dynamic pose. Her feet's not even touching the stand. So she's jumping and throwing a batarang, or landing and throwing a batarang, or whatever comes to your imagination. I really like this. This will be the pose I will be leaving her in, for sure, 100%. The cape is also nice and dynamic looking. She's looking down at, so probably jumping off the building, throwing batarangs down into the enemies. So, yep, for sure this will be the pose I'll be leaving her in. So, let's go ahead and give her grades. So for the look, in my opinion, this is a 10 out of 10. Purple pops, the purple and gold, everything, the hair, the costume. It's a wonderful figure. It looks fantastic. I have no complaints whatsoever. I don't care that it wasn't in Arkham Knight, but it matches something that's really close to Gotham Knights, and yeah, this figure looks wonderful. Accessories wise, I love that she comes with more hands than Batman did. So that's definitely a plus. As far as gear, it's all right. Maybe some bombs, or smoke bombs would be great, but even Batman didn't come with that either. So what did I give Batman? I think I gave him like an 8 for accessories, so I'll give her like an 8.5. So definitely not too bad. Fun factor, I think Batman I gave like a 6 if I remember correctly, because he was really hard to pose. There was not much you can do with him. This one, there's a lot more things you can do with her. Again, I wish she came with a baton, because that would be fantastic. I think I misspoke earlier. I said dual baton. She only has one baton, or it's like a nightstick almost, and she uses it as a weapon. But Barbara is a very capable hand-to-hand combat in her own right, even with her fists. So as far as fun factor, the suit is still a little hard to work with, but it does have a lot better range of motion than Batman. The Batman figures do, especially in the legs, as it's not one whole rubber suit. There's there's a gap there, as they are separate. There's a joint here that you can't see, but they are separate, and I really don't care. Some people don't like the gap. It doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, it's a action figure, not a statue. So fun factor, a lot better than Batman, but not quite as good as some that I've reviewed. But I think maybe like 8.75, especially with being able to do poses like these, this is wonderful. Actually, accessories, I'm gonna have to drop you to about a 7.5 because this is awful. Now that I see it, this is horrific. That reminds me of the Billy Club that Daredevil comes with, the one that I from the Netflix one. It's just limp. So yeah, 7.5 for accessories, 8.75 for fun factor. Overall, I do highly recommend this figure. I think it blows away the black and gold one, the first release. Even though the other one might be more accurate, this one just looks and functions so much better, and the hair is just a million times better in my opinion. Um, and to be honest, I prefer this look over that black and gold one. And if you have a Batman figure, she'll look wonderful next to it. And yeah, I think getting this figure and already having Batman, I do plan to get Harley Quinn and the Joker. And then secondary down the list would be Deathstroke. Um, and hopefully I'd luck into an Arkham Knight. That would be great. But like I said, he's really pricey right now. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Maybe let's get a zoom in before we get out of here. Yeah. I love that pose. I really do. I might be leaving her here permanently. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I actually am not sure what I'm going to be doing next. Uh, actually, that's a lie. I'm waiting for something to arrive, and it'll be really cool because I'm going to have to pose that figure along with a couple other things that I have in the cabinet before I even do the review, because it'll be so awesome to pose them all together, and you guys will see what I mean. So you guys will just have to stay tuned for that. Well, anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.